We are live. Good morning.
Good morning. It's been a
Jordan, I
while.
am not. Yeah, we have not been on here in a hot minute. I'm excited to be on here.
Yeah.
We're live on both of our accounts here. So we'll just do a quick introduction for anybody that's new. I'm Haley. I am an ER nurse. Have been for like 9-ish years. Toddler mama. I almost said toddler mom of 4. That's not true. I'm a mom of 1 toddler and she's 4 years old. And I've been in high ticket sales since April of 2025.
And I'm Jordan. I am a nurse. I'm flex right now. I do high ticket sales with Haley. I'm a mom of 3 and a stepmom of 1. We only have 2 left at home that are teenagers, and I don't even know. It's a ride for sure, but yeah, so nice to meet everyone.
Yes. Okay, so if you guys don't know what we do remote high ticket affiliate marketing. We usually call it like remote high ticket sales. It's a little bit different than like what you see on Instagram though, okay? Like we are not closing sales for other people, okay? We are closing sales for ourselves, right? And then we're teaching others how to do the same thing, okay? So like you're not going to be making a measly 10% off of making a sale, right? No, you can make up to 50% commissions with this high ticket sales business.
And this isn't a course. So
No.
I've had a few people also be like, oh, you're selling a course, a high ticket sales course or whatever. And that's not what this is either. It's not a course.
No. So essentially what it is you become an affiliate, right? For the product. So you make money, 1, off of selling the product, right? 2, you can also bring on business partners like a brokerage, right? So with a brokerage, you, right, can sell houses yourself. Okay. Boom. That is direct commission off of selling those houses. Okay. You can also hire teammates to work with you in your brokerage, right? You're going to teach them how to sell. You're going to teach them how to market. You're going to teach them how to do it the right way, like you. Okay. And as you're teaching them, you're going to make some commission off of them, right? Because you're teaching them how to run their real estate business appropriately. Same thing goes here. We make commission directly off of selling the product. We also make commission from teaching others how to do the same thing. We don't make like a lot of commission off of them forever, just during that training period, which is why we help you close your first $75,000 in sales, because we're literally teaching you and training you how to do it.
Well, and also like, so we only make commissions because we have the 8 points, like the pie. And so we can only make commissions off of people within that 8 points. So then like once either they go higher than you or whatever, once you expand out of that 8 points, then, you're not making commission off of them anymore.
Yeah. And so essentially what Jordan is explaining is like how we are not like an MLM. So in MLM, like you can never make more money than the person that like helped you join the business. Okay. And that's not how this works at all. Like you can, let's say I bring on a business partner tomorrow. Okay. And she outsells me like immediately. Okay. She's going to get paid more than me. She's going to get moved up to higher pay brackets. Like she's going to do she's going to move past me. It doesn't matter like at what point you joined somebody, as a teammate, as a business partner, like you can surpass them. Right. And so that in itself proves right there, like not MLM, because in an MLM, you cannot make more money than the person that brought you in. And so what she's explaining with the 8 points is we can make a total of 8 points of commission in this business. And when you normally start with us, like any other month, you get paid on 3 points of commission starting out. Okay. 3 points of commission, which would be about $2,565 per sale. Okay. However, in March right now, we're offering an amazing promo, okay, where you, instead of coming with 3 points of commission, you're making 4 points of commission, okay? That's $3,424 for your first sale. Your first sale, okay? Like, think about that.
That's crazy.
How many hours of work would it take you to make that much money? How many? right? That would literally be an entire month's worth of pay for me
Yeah.
right now, working 24 hours a week in the ER.
As a nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, we make decent hourly money, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, so I'm flex. And so I just recently put in some hours or whatever. And my check, I want to say it was 32 hours. Okay. In 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And my check after taxes was $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to drive an hour to work and an hour home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yep. I literally, one of the girls on our team messaged me the other day and is like, hey, Haley, like, tell me about how much money, like, or like, tell me about how much money you've made, like, in this high ticket business. And essentially, I broke it down for her and like compared hours, right? I'm like, okay, so in 4 hours of my time, okay, I made almost $10,000 in 4 hours, okay? It would take me 300 some hours of working at my nursing job to make $10,000.
Oh my
Like
God.
think of the time difference. Like that is how you get your time back with this business because it takes less amount of time to make this serious money.
Well, and like this isn't, I don't want to say it's not hard what we do by any means, but like it's not necessarily like easy either. Obviously, you have to like, right, there you go.
That's what it is. It's simple.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so you have to put in the work. It's not like you can just sit and, do nothing and your business is going to grow. You have to put in the work, but this kind of work is way different than like nursing work. And for me, the drive is huge. Like I don't have to drive anywhere. I can stay at home and I can still get stuff done throughout the day. And it's been so nice because like I've been a little MIA here on social media. But we are renovating our kitchen. And so it's just been so nice to be able to like, I don't have to focus on going to work. I don't even have to focus on my high ticket business because it still works even when I'm not.
Even when you're not physically putting in the hours, it's still working.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like the whole point, right? It's literally the whole point is to be able to make passive income, right? Like that is how people work smarter, not harder, right? You're CEO of whatever business you work at, right? Do you think he's working as hard as the people on the floor? The hardest people on the floor at the factory or the hospital or freaking people flipping burgers at McDonald's? Do you think the CEO is working that hard? No, because he figured out a way to make passive income, right? Yeah, exactly. And so like that is what we teach you how to do with this business. Okay.
Well, and did you know, okay, so this is like a little bit off topic, but so CEOs of the hospital, did you know that they get bonuses based off of patient satisfaction surveys?
I mean, I don't doubt that one bit. I don't doubt that one bit because everything's always about patient satisfaction. Literally.
Yep. Except for, okay, so I'm going to kind of talk about this. So because people want to talk about how like high ticket is like a pyramid scheme or it's a scam or whatever. Okay. So I want to tell you about a scam and it is car insurance. It's a scam. Okay. And why I want to say this is because so my daughter is 16. She'll be 17 next month. We bought her a vehicle. So last year she got her license in June and we got her a pickup in July. We called the insurance company, added her pickup and added her to the policy. Well, then in February, she hit a deer. And so then the insurance company says, well, she is not an authorized driver on your account. So guess what I found out yesterday? They're denying covering her pickup. And it was a loss of $14,500. and I pay a premium to my insurance company monthly, $1,000.
I guess I'm confused. If you added her to your insurance,
So it
you're
was
supposed to be like, I know nothing. My husband takes care of the like car insurance thing. So like you have to be like attached to the vehicle or what?
yeah. So how it works, and they just changed this. Anyone who lives in your household, because I was like, well, anyone could drive my car. So like, Haley, you could drive my car. If I let you drive my car one day and you hit a deer, they would cover it. But she lives in my household, and so anyone in your household has to be listed on policy. And so the thing is we did add her. They didn't put her on there. But we assumed that they did because our premiums increased.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. And so it's just like, but I don't know. Make it make sense, because I mean, like I said, I pay, my premium is $1,000 a month. And then it's like, you have to read that fine little print, or they're just not, I don't know. I think I'm just so mad about it.
I mean, honestly, everything is a scam though too. Like health insurance too. Like tell me why it's more expensive to have health insurance and go to the emergency room, or have health insurance and get an MRI, than it is to pay out of pocket.
Right.
Like really? Like that's insane. So insane. But
I know. Well, and even just like with life insurance too, because that was another battle I had to fight. And life insurance, I mean, seriously, there is so much small print in life insurance. Because like with the life insurance that I was dealing with, it was through my kids' dad that he bought it in Minnesota. But then he ended up dying, and all the small print, it actually goes off of California law. And California law is different than Minnesota law. And so that's where it's like, you would think if you work in Minnesota or North Dakota and you buy health insurance or life insurance through your work in that state, that it would be that state, right?
But I guess the work or his job picked the cheapest one, and that was out of California or something.
Right. And so it's just, I don't know. I just think that, you know, there's just so much small print in everything. And so then in the end, you end up not even, you know what I mean? Like getting what you thought you should be getting. And because you trusted them, like with my insurance company, I mean, we've been with them for 10 years. And so I guess I just trusted that they put her on our policy.
When you called and gave them her information and the truck information, and like, this is her truck, and
Yeah. And like, because our premiums increased. And so I just assumed. And it's like, I told them too, because, you know, she hit a deer. You don't have to like report that. I could have easily been like, well, she wasn't driving. You know what I mean? If I was really trying to like, I don't know, but whatever.
Well, but see, that's just it, is like, they make it so that like, you don't want to be honest about things, because when you're honest, see, that's just the thing that brings me like full circle here. Being honest, right? And putting in the hard work and being a good person doesn't make these things work for you. It doesn't make your job give you good insurance. It doesn't make the car insurance like do things appropriately and help you and like work in your favor. Like it just doesn't. And like, that is why, like, we as people, we as mothers, we as women, like, need to step up and like take control of our lives, right? Like, as much as it sucks, read the fine print, know what it is that you're doing, right? Work hard to like stand up for yourself and not just trust that everything is going to work out in your favor, that your job has your best interest. Because I'm sorry, waiting a year, 2 years for a 20-cent raise, 50-cent raise, whatever, with crappy insurance and a crappy life insurance plan and a crappy 401k, like, that's not setting you up for the future. Like, that is how the world keeps us stuck in the middle class. like literally keeping you with an hourly wage, barely enough to like live comfortably and like go on vacation and like pay for your kids' traveling sports. Like it's barely enough. Right. So then we're all stuck in this state of like depression and like anxiety and like whatever. And like, no, we are in a time in a digital age where you can learn anything that you want to learn at the tip of your fingers, right? You can get a new job and start a business and do all of these things lickety split. So why
Mhm.
not take advantage of it?
Well, and especially too, like, do you know how many new like articles and stuff I see about like, obviously AI is never going to take over the nursing,
Mhm.
because it's just not. Okay,
Right.
because you have to have people at the bedside, whatever. I suppose there are different things like
Aspects
nurses
of
who
it,
work
yeah.
at computers and whatever. But I just see these articles and like all these different things about these businesses laying people off
Mhm.
because AI is coming in.
Mhm.
And so it's like, I just feel like even if you don't want to come into this business and make this business like your full-time job, you can stay at your job. And that's like the nice thing too, is you can do this and a
Mhm.
full-time job. And
Exactly. Yeah.
like with taxes, that's another thing that people like will be like, well, you have to pay taxes. So last year, the amount of money that I made in this business was pretty much evened out with all of the things that I could write off.
Mhm.
Because when you come in too with the product, that's a tax write off. And
Mhm.
then you have all your other stuff like, your computer, your internet, because it's a job.
Mhm.
You can write off like clothes, hair, because it's like a social
Mhm.
digital marketing. Um,
My
and
trip
so,
to California was a business trip
yeah,
because it was. It was for a convention. That is all a write-off. Part of
yeah,
your home and all of that is a tax write-off because you have a home office. Like the list goes on and on and on and on and on what you can write off.
yeah,
And our girl Riley, okay, so she made about four. I could be off a little bit on the numbers, but I think she made around $400,000 in like the last year. And her tax write-offs were $100,000 is how much she was able to submit in tax write-offs. Okay. So essentially, if you don't know how tax write offs work, you submit your tax write offs. Okay. And then you only have to pay taxes on the money that's left, essentially, the money that you've earned that wasn't spent on tax write offs. And so, like, you hire a CPA and like they do all the work for you and they just tell you how much you owe. Right. And
yeah,
like the thing is, though, is what she spent in tax write offs is twice the amount of money that I was bringing home as a nurse working part-time in an entire year. Like,
yeah,
isn't that insane?
yeah,
And like all because she learned how to run a high ticket affiliate business online.
yeah,
All because of this business, right? She invested in herself. Okay? She invested in herself. She took out a zero down loan. Okay? She made the payments on the loan and paid it off in 4 to 5 sales. I think she did it in her first 45 days of running this business. Okay? The rest of that, commissions. Literally. Okay? And like that brings us back to like our March promo. Okay? So yeah, you have to invest, right? Because you're investing in, excuse me, a business. Okay? You are investing in your distributor IDs, right? Distributor ID is what allows you to sell the product. Okay.
yeah,
So when you come in, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to be starting off with 4 distributor IDs. Okay. You can have a total of 6. That's like 6 different franchises. Okay. That's like 6 different brokerages. Okay.
yeah,
That is how we make the money that we make because you're not only going to have one brokerage, you can have 6. Okay. 6. Right. So when you come in March, right? Yeah, you're going to have an investment, right? We're going to walk you through zero down options to get that. Okay. No money out of your pocket. Then you're going to get between $1,700 and $2,500 cash back just for starting. Okay. That's going to cover your monthly payments for the first 30, 60, 90 plus days. Okay.
yeah,
3 to 4 months. It's going to cover that and more probably. Yeah. Because if you got 2,500, that's going to cover your monthly payments for like 8 months. Okay. In that 8-month period, you're not only going to make your money back to pay off your loan, right? Because we're going to help you close your first $75,000 in sales. That's about 20K in commissions in your pocket to pay that off, right? You're not only going to do that, but you're going to learn how to run your business. Okay. You're going to learn how to run it with a one-on-one mentorship. Okay. And you're thinking, well, what do you mean I'm going to make my money back in 4 sales? Well, when you're making $3,424 per sale, okay, and like you're going to make that on your first 1, 2, 3, 4, your first 4 sales, that's how much you're going to make per sale, right? Then your next sale, I'm off a little bit. Your first 3 sales, you're going to make that much. Then on your 4th sale, you're going to make $4,275.
Yep.
And that is how you pay it off so fast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Well, and then like, you know, with the numbers here, how it says like 12 sales plus the cash back is 65,000. Mm-hmm. That's not even including like bonuses and your passive income.
Yep. Yep.
So, you know, and that's just.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's only if you were to make 12 direct sales, right? Like literally insane. Literally so insane. And then like to even blow your mind even more, okay? And I'm not going to like get into the nitty-gritty details because that's going to be like it's basically over my head, but essentially the more sales that you make, right? Once you hit a certain level, you make what's called legacy money, okay? Legacy money is monthly bonuses for the rest of your life and the rest of your children's lives. Yeah, because it's willable and deedable to your children. Okay. Our co-founder and co-CEO, Tara, okay, she just hit that rank. She gets paid $5,000 a month for doing literally nothing right now, right? She doesn't have to make a sale. She doesn't have to have her business partners make a sale for literally the rest of her life. If she was to never open her computer again, never run her business again, $5,000 per month for the rest of her life and her children's life. Because it's willable and deedable to her children. Okay? That's crazy. As you make more sales, it goes up and up and up, right?
And you can do that on each franchise.
Yes, each franchise. Yeah.
So 6 times.
Like, yeah. And so whenever I was in California, at the convention, I got to meet a gentleman named Balaj. And Balaj actually has helped train both our CEO and co-CEO, Jess and Tara. And he is at the point in his business where he is 6A2-7. Okay, 6A2-7, and his wife is 6A2-6. I know those numbers don't mean anything to you, but if you think about where our CEO is, right? He's like 5 levels above her. Okay. All right. And so they together made $400,000 in one day because of bonuses. When they hit that rank, when they hit those ranks, they made $400,000 in bonuses in one day. Like that is so much money that you can't comprehend. Somebody asked him, what's the most amount of money that you make in a month on like a Q&A panel there? And he literally looked at them and said, well, I made $400,000 in one day. You can't comprehend more than that. Right. And that's true. Like literally can't, because like Jordan just said, that's on one of his franchises, right? One. We can have up to 6 franchises. So like that's only the amount of money he made on one of them. I don't know what level his other accounts are at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally so much money. And he's been doing this for 13 years. Okay. And Jess and Tara, our CEO and co-CEO, have been doing this for 3 years and 4 years, right? And they've made multiple millions of dollars already.
Well, because then I also think too that when Balaj started out, they didn't stack the way that we stack now, I believe.
Yep, exactly. So he actually, was kind of the one who came up with the trifecta way of how we like help you make commissions. And so, like it really is crazy.
Yeah. No, it is like mind blowing, like how much money, I mean, him and his wife make. And I just think that's so cool. And I mean, even like, you know, look at how much he like paved the way for like Jess and Tara. And then like how much Jess and Tara have like paved the way for all of us. And like we just continue to like keep, you know, making things better. And I mean, like, look at when we started, you couldn't come in as a 4A.
No, you could not come in making 4 points commission. No.
No.
And like
And
the
that
thing
was
is,
just a year ago.
hey kiddo. Yeah. And so like the thing that was so cool at the convention was that like, okay, so he is obviously like a billionaire, right? And Jess and Tara are multimillionaires. Okay. The number one thing that they talked about when they were up on stage is how if you want to be successful in life, you make it about other people. Okay. It's not about yourself. Because if you are going to be selfish and self-centered, you are not going to make it very far. And like that really just kind of brought me full circle. And something that really stood out is one of the women in the crowd stood up and asked a question during the panel and was like, okay, how do I get from 5A to 6A? So essentially like, how do I make, you know, like 50 more sales and increase my money from this to this the fastest way possible? And Balazs thought about it for a moment. And then he said, I want to focus on your wording, right? Like you're saying I, me, whatever. He's like, no, you need to switch it and think about like, how can I help X amount of people reach their income goal? How can I help X amount of people improve their lives through our products? How can I help? And it was all about helping others. And literally you could just see like the look on her face was like, I never thought about it that way. And it's like, that is why he makes the money that he makes. Because it's not about himself. It's about everyone else.
Well, and that's why like one of my favorite quotes from Zig Ziglar, I know Jess and Tara use it a lot, is like, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want.
Yeah, you will inevitably get what you want. That is totally true. Totally.
And
true.
that's like what this business is all about. And like, I don't know, I just think that it's so amazing how, you know, everyone just like supports each other and everyone just like wants the best for like the next person. And I don't know, I just feel like are this community of like thriving men and women just helping each other and helping others to get out of that day-to-day grind and just making people realize that like it doesn't have to be like that forever.
Well, exactly. It doesn't. It does not have to be like that forever. And like, for example, my direct mentor, Jessica Duell, she is a mom of 4. Okay. I went to nursing school with her. She was working full time as an RN case manager. She was going to NP school. She was pregnant with her 4th child. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. She started this business. Now, fast forward a little over a year. Okay. She's made almost $200,000 in a year. Okay. She is now a stay-at-home mom going to NP school because that is her goal. That is what she wants to do with her life, is be a nurse practitioner. So she's able to, one, not only go to nurse practitioner school and not have to work, but support her family and not have to work at a job. She gets to be at home with her family.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the thing is too, is like, you know, a lot of people, like, as soon as you tell them about the investment and like the amount of money that they have to spend, immediately they're just like, you know, stressed out and just like, oh my God, you know, whatever. But it's like, dude, when I signed my life away for student loans, when I was going to nursing school, I didn't bat an eye.
Exactly.
And I am still like $80,000 in debt with student loans.
Yes, we are conditioned to think. We are conditioned from a young age to think that that is the route we have to go. We have to go to college. We have to take out these super expensive student loans, okay, to get a job, right? And like you said, you didn't bat an eye at that, right? You applied and you e-signed and it was good to go, right? But then as soon as you invest into something that isn't student loans, people are shocked. They are absolutely shocked and appalled. But what do you mean? Because the return on investment for your student loans is essentially nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like literally, if you are still paying out of pocket and you still have, like if you're paying every single month out of pocket for your student loans and you're still $80,000 in debt, there is no return on investment. That is not an asset. That is a liability, right? Because it's gaining interest. It's going to be there for freaking ever, right?
Yeah.
But if you invest, let's say you invest $17,000, right, into this high ticket sales business, okay? You get $2,500 cash back. You put that on your loan. Okay, well now what do you got? You got 15, 14 something left, right? Got $14,000 left, let's say, okay? Then you make 4 sales. Guess what? It's paid off in 4 sales.
Yep.
4 sales that we close for you.
And no interest was accrued.
Right. Because guess what? We paid it off so freaking fast. Like,
Yeah.
and there was no money out of your pocket for it. Okay.
Yep.
All you have to do is be consistent, coachable, and willing to put in the work. Okay. Like if you have 3 to 4 hours of your day to put into this business, you will be successful. All you have to do is apply yourself because you get everything that you need to be successful. You have all the training at your fingertips, on your computer, on your phone, at any time that you want to do it. Okay. You have direct one-on-one mentorship. Okay. You have live and recorded coaching calls every single week. Okay. You have a one-on-one mentor who hops on your calls, runs your calls for you as you sit back like this and you take notes and you learn how to do it. Right. And then we slowly start giving you the reins. Okay. Like last night, I was on a coaching call with my girl, Kenzie. Right. I'm still running her calls. She ran the first half of it beautifully. Right. And we've got like a little sign. Right. She gives me a little or whatever. And that means like, hey, I need a little help. Right. Then I jump in, boom. Right. Finish it up for her, wrap it up for her. Okay. Like that is how it goes. We slowly give you the reins to your business. And then by the time that you've paid off your investment, you feel good enough to run your own calls. Okay. Doesn't mean you're alone. You still got your mentor. You still got your team. You still have everyone and all the training and everything to learn as you go, to ask questions, to figure things out. Like that is what you get when you invest into this high ticket affiliate business. This
And
isn't
none
like,
of us,
yeah.
none of us knew anything about any of this when we started. This was all brand new.
Mm-hmm. Literally, I have done, other than bartending for like 2 years in college, I've been in healthcare.
Yeah.
Literally. Like I knew nothing, but you know what? The training is so good and it's so laid out and it's at your fingertips. Like if you go on your phone right now and you look at how much screen time you have, I guarantee you spent 8 hours a day yesterday on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee it. Now, what if you spent doom scrolling? Literally doom freaking scrolling. Okay. Looking at somebody's toddler's birthday, somebody passed away, freaking somebody cooking some weird stuff in their kitchen. Like you don't even know what you're watching, right?
Or the next new trend of
yes.
whatever.
But like, if you took that time and you spent 1 hour learning how to run your business, you spent 1 hour making connections on social media, you spent 1 hour on a live coaching call, right? And you spent 1 hour learning how to promote your business. Whoa, that's 4 hours that you just put into your business that can make you $3,424 on one sale. Right? Like,
well, and the thing is too, is like, you know, people just need to be patient also when they come into this business. Like, you know, because we have people who, okay, like Riley, you know, she is like, not everybody is like Riley. So, I mean, her story is like very inspiring, but you can't look at her story and be like, well, she made $400,000 in a year. And so that's what I want to do. Like, yeah, okay, we all want to do that, but you know what I mean? Like, and so then people think like, oh, if I don't make this amount of money in this amount of time, then it doesn't work and it's a scam. But that's not it. Like,
No,
You
that's
just
not it. And like you can't see the hours that Riley put in.
right.
Like if she, because I've heard her tell like her actual like what she did to get where she is in this business.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, she didn't eat, she hardly slept, she was still working full time. She was literally running like call after call after call after call after call for her and her team, like didn't have a social life, right? Like
Yeah.
so then if she's doing that and you're sitting there like 1 hour a day in your business, you don't touch it for a couple days and you're like, oh, this is a scam. It's like, no, it's not a scam. Because
Right.
if you go to if you go to either one of our pages, I'm sure Jordan has a highlight somewhere too, where like you click on there and you can see the team wins, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, maybe not everybody makes $400,000 in a year, right? But if I made 10K in 4 hours, think of the other women on this team. There's a mom that made $30,000 in like her first 3 months of this business, right?
Yeah.
$57,000 in this business since August of 2025, right? $185,000 in 1 year. Like, just because it's not $400,000, like all of that other money is still insane. Because
Right.
I've heard people talk about Plexus, right? And the most amount of money that they ever made working like freaking 6 hours a day on social media trying to sell a freaking Plexus, they made $700 was like their most in a month.
Yeah.
If you put 7 hours a day into this business, right, and you made the same amount of sales that that person made in Plexus, you'd probably be making 20K your first month in this business. Like, literally.
Well, and it's like, to each their own. I mean, like I buy from Plexus.
Mm-hmm.
I buy from
Mm-hmm.
Melaleuca.
Yep.
I just and the companies are great and I
Mm-hmm.
like their products, but I don't want to. And maybe someday, the girl that I get my Melaleuca from, I did tell her like, once I'm like, this business is like going and we're whatever, maybe then I will like invest and sell Melaleuca also, because you can do both of the things. But just right now, I don't want to do low ticket,
Well, exactly. The amount of work that you have to put in
Yeah.
to earn the commissions in a low ticket business versus this one, it just doesn't make sense.
No.
It just really doesn't. And there's a lot of women on our high ticket team that used to do low ticket.
Mhm.
There's so many of them. Like our co-founder and co-CEO Tara. I'm pretty sure her first business was Melaleuca. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure because I've heard her talk about like the hair products and like things like that, right? So like she came from low ticket, right?
Yep.
And then she jumped into high ticket and literally has made multiple millions of dollars in her first 3 years. Because
Yep.
she took the work ethic that she was putting into low ticket, but put it into high ticket, boom. Literally.
Yep.
Like,
and she was one of the like top earners in the
Mhm.
low ticket space,
yeah.
and that wasn't anywhere near like
Yeah, she made her first $1 million in Melaleuca. And now, granted, I don't know how long, I don't know how many years she worked it to reach $1 million. I know that she has mentioned that she had been in low ticket for quite a few years. Like I want to say almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and so that's where it's like
in
when Tara says that there's no other company out there with a comp plan like us, she knows, because I swear she's done it all.
Exactly. And like the other thing is too, is like this business, the products that we sell have been around for 50 years. Okay. 50 freaking years. Right. And so like, I don't know how many of you guys are like crunchy, scrunchy, like whatever. Okay. But have you heard of like hydrogen rich water? Have you heard of that? Or electrolysis or like whatever, right? Alkaline water. Have you heard of it? Okay. Have you heard of the benefits of it? Right? Probably not. Because guess what? We live in freaking America where everything is like processed and like, oh, take this medication to lose weight, take that medication to lose weight, add this drink mix and you're going to be healthy, right? No, our products they are made and originated in Japan, right? Guess what? The Japanese live for freaking ever. Guess what? They look like 30 years younger than their actual age, right?
They
And
don't
so,
put all
like,
the nasty stuff into their bodies like we do here in America.
exactly, because America is just a processed shithole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't deny it. You
No.
can't, right? And like, yeah, sure, in college we all drank Four Locos and like whatever, right? And now we're worried about like, okay, the red dye going into our children's bodies and like da 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 da, right? Like everyone is slowly starting to wake up to the world and the country that we're living in, right? And so like if we can reduce the amount of chemicals going into our body, why wouldn't we? Okay. Two, enrich our bodies with hydrogen rich water, right? When it's hydrogen rich, it is full of antioxidants. What do antioxidants do? Reduce inflammation, right? What is the cause of most pain and illness and whatever in our bodies? Inflammation, right? Like drinking this water, I think it's like 1 8-ounce glass of water is equal to like, I might be making this up because I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure that was like 4 pounds of blueberries.
Yeah.
Like that's how many antioxidants are in one glass of this water. Okay. And guess what? This water isn't chemically changed. This water didn't go through a bunch of chemicals to change its pH level. No, it goes through electrolysis, which are titanium plates, right? I think they're titanium, right? Titanium plates that electricity goes through and it literally changes the water molecule. That's what
and so this is alkalized water, and you can buy bottled alkaline water. They are two different things. They are not the same.
They're not the same. The bottled water is changed through chemicals.
Yeah.
Changed through chemicals. Okay. Not electrolysis. Okay.
No.
This water is so easy to get in your home. Literally. The machine hooks right up to my kitchen sink. It filters out all the shit in your water because guess what? Go to EWG .com.org.
.org, I think.
Probably .org. I think we learned that .org is like better, right? I think it's .org. Anyways, go to that website, type in your zip code. It's going to tell you what contaminants are in your water. Okay.
And so this is a conversation that I had with my dad too, because he's like, well, no, they're not going to put, contaminants in your water, like whatever, because it's illegal. And I said, no, they have legal amounts, but legal does not mean safe.
Yeah.
So there is still bad stuff in your water.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so like, yes, some of the chemicals in your water are put in your water to kill germs and they add in, whatever they got to put in it. And it's used to like essentially turn ditch water, right, into drinking water. Okay. Like a lagoon. What do you think a lagoon does? Yeah. Look up what a lagoon does, right? That water's now in your water tower and you're drinking it. So they have to add these chemicals in it so that you don't get E. coli and die. Right.
Well, so now think of your well water. So we have a well and our well is very deep. Okay. But that doesn't mean, and we've had it tested. But that doesn't mean that there's not, because the farmers use chemicals and then it washes off into the soil and it goes down into the soil. And so, like I said, our well is deep, but does that mean, I don't think that necessarily means that those chemicals can't reach that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then there are like natural contaminants that are in different minerals in the water or in the ground. So I have a teammate who lives in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and her job in the community is she works with it's not Child Protective Services, but something with children. Okay. And essentially she goes around every year and has to test all the children in the community, test their lead levels, right? Where I live, we test lead levels in children if they live in a house that is older than X amount of years old, because they're testing like, are the pipes, have lead in them, or like paint chips that kids could eat, or like whatever. No. In this town, it's because their groundwater is so high in lead because it is a mining community. So that lead is naturally in the water. Okay. The children drink the water, bathe in the water, whatever, and a lot of their levels are high. Okay. So then they can't drink the water out of their home. They're having to buy water from the store and all this kind of stuff just to live in that community. Okay.
And now think of all that plastic.
they say, this is going off on a tangent, but I think they say like if you drink like a bottle of water every single day, you're consuming like a credit card's worth of plastic or something in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Well, so not even the plastic that you're consuming, but now you have that garbage.
Because let's be honest, you're not recycling those bottles. No. Let's be honest, you're not.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah.
And then like so another contaminant too, or toxic mineral, whatever you want to call it, is arsenic. Okay.
Yeah.
Same type of thing that is naturally found in groundwater. It's naturally found higher levels in other areas and whatever. High arsenic levels are directly linked to certain types of tumors and cancers. All right. I did a call with a woman, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, has a family member, an in-law or something like that, who had a brain tumor that they literally said like, hey, this type of a tumor is directly linked to arsenic. Like you should test your water. They tested their water and it was insanely high. Like I'm talking like 75 times the like amount of arsenic that is like safe to consume. And then it ended up being that everyone like in that little strip, in that little area where she lives, all had some sort of cancer related to the arsenic in their water.
That is like mind blowing.
Yeah. And so like, for example, like this was in, I think, Warroad, Minnesota. You can, I don't know the zip code for there, but type it up. Look it up, go to that EWG, whatever, look it up.
That is so crazy. So crazy.
Literally terrifying.
Well, anyway. And then all the other things that the water, because you can change the pH of it. So you can use it for clean and yeah.
It's super easy because like literally the screen on it is just buttons that you push. It's like, okay, I want to drink my alkaline 8.5 water. Click the button. Boom. There it is. Okay. I want to wash my fruits and vegetables to get the pesticides off of them. Boom. 11.5. It comes out. You fill it up. You soak your fruit and vegetables because 11.5 pH is the correct pH to dissolve the pesticides off of your fruits and vegetables. Because regular tap water, you cannot convince me that rinsing your fruit in regular water does anything. Because
it's a waxy substance.
Yeah.
On the fruits and vegetables from the chemicals. And water doesn't just wash that away.
No. In fact, water doesn't even wash away the E. coli that's on your strawberries.
Right.
Because as someone who works in healthcare, we all know that if you wash your hands without soap, what's happening? Nothing.
Yeah, right.
Nothing is happening. So you can't convince me that rinsing those strawberries is getting the E. coli off and all those pesticides, because it ain't. Right? So if I want to get the E. coli off of my fruit, I'm going to quick do a little rinse under 2.5 pH, right? Then I'm going to soak it in the 11.5 to dissolve the pesticides, because there's still pesticides on your organic fruits and vegetables. There is, right? And then I'm going to do a little rinse under the 8.5 to get all the stuff off. And there you go.
And it actually I know some women who have done like different experiments or whatever, and it actually makes your fruits and vegetables last longer.
I mean, if you're thinking about, like getting all the mold spores off of them.
Yeah.
And all that jazz too.
So then, I mean, because like, I swear, I mean, you buy strawberries from the store and they're already molding because it's so hard to find a container that doesn't have something with mold on it. And you put those in your fridge and it's like a day and a half later, they're ready to throw in the garbage. And it's just like, fruit is expensive. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And so there's just so many positives with starting this business and especially coming on our team. Our team is amazing. I want to say that we have a bunch of people going to Miami.
Yes. So the women that have made X amount of directs, I can't remember the details. My brain is tired, but like so many direct sales and then so many like sales within their business get to go on an all expense trip paid to Miami. I think they're going this week, right?
Yeah, sometime in March.
Yeah, I think it's honestly like next week they're going to
Okay.
Miami. And then in May, we have a convention in Orlando. So
Orlando.
that's going to be fun. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the Miami trip, that's all paid by Jess and Tara. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
they just want to, they do it out of the goodness of their heart.
Mm-hmm.
For basically you just running your business and doing what you should be doing anyways. But they just want us to experience, that like we get to have that closeness like with them and just experience all these different things. And I just think that's like so amazing that they pour into us like that.
Yeah.
And give us these opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, it's like, I think you have to pay for your plane ticket, but
And
even
that's literally, yeah, everything else is
right. But then your plane ticket would be a write-off because it's a
Yep.
business trip. I'm sure you're going to talk business while you're there.
Oh yeah, that's literally, I think they have like certain things set up, like, this day is this, that day is that, like whatever.
Yeah, like I know they have a yacht day. I think they're
Mhm.
staying in a mansion.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure like Jess and Tara get like a content creator and they do like a photo shoot and stuff like that. And I just think that that's like so cool. A once in a lifetime experience. And, we get to experience all these things on our team. And I just think that's awesome.
Yeah, it literally is so amazing. So one little quick wrap up here before we head out, because time always goes by so fast when I'm on here with Jordan, and it's already been like almost an hour. Okay, so this month, I don't remember, is it like 9-10 days left in the month? Whatever. Okay.
Yep.
Our March promo, when you come in, okay, you're going to be making an extra almost $12,000 in your first 12 sales than what you would any other month. Okay. So like when you start out, you're going to be getting cash back, right? Cash back of $1,700 to $2,500. Then your first sale, you're going to be making $3,424 per sale that we help you close. We help you close your first $75,000 in sales.
But your second sale is $4,275.
Not quite. Your first, so no, because you got to do your 1A, your 2A, and then
gotcha.
Then you go up. It gets a little. We're gonna help you with that part. Yeah. Don't you worry. But
I'm still learning.
That's all right. So compared to like last month or the month before, like January. Okay, if you would have came in January, $2,565 is how much you would have made per sale. Now this month, $3,424. That's literally insane. Think of how many hours you would have to work at your job to make that amount of money. Okay. And we're going to help you do that in 1 hour, in a 1 hour sales call. That is what we do.
And once you are at this rank, you will never go back.
Correct.
Like, you stay at this rank. You can only go forward.
Yeah, there is no monthly reset. There is no deranking. You literally, like, I've been in this business a year, okay? I make a decent amount of money per sale, okay? If I was to never pick up this business for 8 months and then decide to jump back in, I would still make that exact same amount of money per sale. The exact same amount of money. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't derank. There's no restarting at the beginning of every single month. No. Once you get that pay rank, you stay there until you make another amount of sales, and then you go up and up and up.
Yep. Yeah. And that's why it's like, and so, if you're interested, you reach out to me or Haley, and we'll have you watch the masterclass. We'll set up a Zoom call, go over any questions, because that's the thing too, is like, right, you need to do your research, and you need to like watch all the things that we have and ask all the questions and know what you're coming into. But it's amazing. It's life-changing, and I recommend it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because not only are you putting life-changing products into your home and your family's home, but you're also making life-changing money. Life-changing money, okay? And like, we help you walk through zero down options to come into this business. So there's no money out of your pocket to start your business. And then the business literally pays for itself.
Yeah.
How? Oh, remember that cash back of $2,500? Boom. That's like 8 months of payments covered while you're learning to run your business. Okay. And then in 4 to 5 sales, your entire investment is paid off. The return on investment in this business is insane. We have people who literally, we have a teammate. Her name's Madison. Okay. She lives in like the Fargo Moorhead area. Okay. She works in finance. She already makes 6 figures a year. She joined this business and her reasoning was, I saw the return on investment and I knew that this was a good call. I knew that this is what I needed to do if I wanted to make passive income in my life. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we're not all just burnt out nurses here. No, there's stay-at-home moms. There's already women making 6 figures. There's already women who have a large social media following. There's people who don't have any social media following. Like, women and men, there are men who are very successful here as well, who literally come from all different walks of life. And we've all chosen this route because we saw the potential and that return on investment.
Yeah.
Right? If you see the vision, you can achieve it. If you see the vision, you can achieve it.
Well, and it's like, and we have the proof. I mean, we can show you, and we do show you, but I mean, we can show you unlimited stories.
Exactly. If you reach out to us, right? Reach out to us, book on our calendar for a call. As soon as you book on our calendar, we will get you into a Facebook group that literally has hundreds of testimonials. Hundreds of testimonials, all the different sales and all the different women on our team, husbands, wives, families.
Teams of husbands and wives.
We can show you all the proof that you need. Just reach out, book a call on our calendar. We'll get you in the masterclass. We'll get you over to the Facebook page where it'll show you everything that you need to know. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a good day. And we'll probably talk to you next week.
Yes.
All right. Bye.